Here we're gonna do another VOD review. Calamity Night. Let's get right into it. Like what you see, hit that follow button, subscribe please, YouTube. Much appreciated. So let's get started. So we're gonna be watching TALIYAH gameplay. The Jungle Bronze 4. Straight into it. What you wanna do is you wanna look at the times where you die, right? So you get a kill here, good. Then here you die, and they gain almost 1,000 gold. Plus, a really important spot for you to understand, okay, why did I die? What could I have done differently to make this graph go the other way? And then again here, die again, it jumps up a little bit more, and ultimately you die here, 13 minutes, and then they spike huge again. The rest of the game, they don't really give anything back, so get straight into it. $1 million company, but okay, it might have worked. What you want to do is you want to watch your own side. Better not be AFK at the beginning of the game on TALIYAH. This is the biggest mistake that I've seen you make so far. This champion cannot afford to be AFK early game. If the enemies evade you, you need to know where you path to ensure the safest path for your start, because this is when you're the most weakest, right? By you being AFK, you're inviting the enemies into your jungle, asking yourself to die. So moving on. Red buff start. Question is, where are you pathing towards this game, right? You think about the matchups, right? So we have Zed, Biz. Okay, I'm really sure about this one. These two guys. It's these two guys. This kind of looks kind of swingy. I feel like it is gankable if I land the double bomb of Zillion slows. And this one is Yone probably is gonna be pushing up. Usually Yones are mispositioned a lot and it's easy to kill them. But then early game as TALIYAH, maybe it's kind of scary to path towards them since you start top side. So obviously I would think about pathing towards bot side this game. Based on your open with the red buff open. Using E here. Gotta use the E. Pretty sure. Yeah, this E should be, it's 16-second cooldown. It should be used on the Raptors, not on two small golems. At this point, you should be looking at the map. Okay, this guy's pushed up. This guy's pushing up. This guy's about even. Probably one of the best ganks you can do on Zed is early before he gets his W. Now he's level 3. So this ward right here needs to be placed either here on the blue buff, or if you're feeling spicy, ward the wolves, but honestly, just ward the blue buff. Because look, there's a opportunity that this guy went straight red buff, blue buff, Gromp, and then gank. He could have done that path, right? But you don't know that. So that's why you place that ward there. You want to know exactly what he's doing, where he is, and that's perfect opportunity. Place the ward. See he's level 2, half HP. Kill him, right? But fortunately he's bot side, but opportunities like that come. This is a really good gank by you. Even better W. Okay, so what you do now, is wolves, and then probably go to the scuttle crab when it spawns. Probably the move. You don't back here. It's not a good back. Now you're giving the chance for the enemy jungler to take the scuttle crab. That is rightfully yours. If that scuttle is gone, it's a mistake by you. Um, so during this entire clear, you need to be taking notes on the lane. Okay, where is this lane gonna be? Where is this lane gonna be the next 30 seconds? Is it gonna be pushed up? Are these guys pushing back? And once you get a good idea of that, you can make a proper decision on where you want to do in the jungle, right? So this is all during the clear, right? So during the clear, looking mid, okay, this guy's used his W. Okay, if you looked mid at this exact moment, you'd be like, okay, this guy's playing a little bit too aggressively. He's low on his resources. Go. Straight up, just easy time to go. Pretty free to me. How you play it. Hitting that kind of reveals your position, but it's fine. You wanted to see. We have to wait for his W to be on cooldown. Fizz is taking it back. You can't force this. No, this never works. And so with TALIYAH, it's all about the way you open, right? So if this is a Riven, it's the same thing. You have to wait for his abilities to come on cooldown. If it's a Fizz, if the enemy is Fizz, it's the same thing. You can't just, especially as this champion, right? You have to wait till this guy activates his W, and then you can go in. There's no other option, right? And if he hits level 6 while you're waiting, and he's still level 4 or 5, you just have to back off because it's never going to work. You have to understand this, and then also to take apart the wave. How big is the wave, right? Because if this wave is too big, it can actually deal enough damage to cut off a portion of his HP, enough for him to kill, right? And he's in kill range right now. So this is a really important spot for you to understand. And now, let's say the enemy's a little bit better. And there's an enemy Rengar here, enemy Jarvan here, enemy Zinzal here. And he knows that you're in the vicinity, or he knows that Fizz is low and there's an opportunity to kill. So he happened to be at your Raptors. He could easily be baiting right now. It's a moment for you to just pass pass the lead away, right? So yeah, you made a big mistake here. Could have been done a lot better. And then you're kind of under level too. You wouldn't have been under leveled if you just didn't take that early game back here right before the scuttle crab. Instead of just cleared, even if just full cleared, scuttle and then back, it's a more powerful back. And when you do back, you'll be running to your golems, right? So let's just go back to that spot right here. Back, right? Here. Wait for the scuttle crab. Kill the scuttle. Blue, romp, wolves, and then back. You'll have so much more gold. And then when you respawn, you're gonna go here, clear this, clear the raptors, and you'll be 5.5. And it'll only be like what, 4 minutes and like 50 seconds, something like that, maybe a little bit more, 5 minutes and 20. But it's still like that's pretty significant, right? And then at 5:20, you're level 4, right? And think about the what where you could have been, right? If you just pathed a little bit more efficiently. Now all this is gone, right? But if you pathed efficiently, this would have been in your pocket. Maybe you would have been contested at the Raptors, but either way, if he does contest you at the Raptors, you'll only be level 4 with barely any items. Where did he show it? Yeah, with no items, and then you just kill him, right? Early game pathing, you need to work on it for sure. You never want to fall behind on TALIYAH, right? Always want to be ahead. Here. It's a good spot to gank. Um, you just kind of, I feel like it's a perfect opportunity to gank, especially with that flash it on cooldown, right? This is level 6 now. This is all execution, right? As soon as Fizz hits level 6, you should be like, oh, this guy's really pushed up. If Fizz lands ultimate, which he easily can, we can get a kill here, no doubt. But we're kind of focused on invading, so it's a little bit of a missed opportunity. And then here, it's all about execution, execution, execution. So Nar has no ult. He jumps in. Q. Open with Q, right? You open with Q, it forces him to move a certain direction, right? And when he forces him to move a certain direction, that's when you pop the E, the wall, right? This covers more ground that way. By you not casting Q and opening with W, the hardest spell to hit in Taliya's kit, without the utilization of the E slow or the Q, because your Q forces movement. Remember that. It's just really bad, right? And now you get fucked here, right? But yeah, this is you just have to understand that your execution is poor, your jungle pathing is poor, but you can improve it. And then here it's like I would never expect a bronze mid laner to roam like this. This is like a high level roam, but it happened. So you need to be more cerebral of your the entire game state. But that's for a little bit later, right? For bronze 4, you don't have to worry about that. But definitely execution you have to worry about. If you can't execute at this stage, you can't climb. Okay. In here, just clear your camp, right? You have to clear camp, clear camp. Probably go into scuttle, and then you'll be level 6 now, right? Going here is just a waste of time, and you're stealing EXP. Fizz. You gotta be more efficient. See, this should have been cleared already, and now you go to Raptors, right? We don't go bottom, right? Your pathing is very, very, very suspect. It's a very forced play. Look where Ziggs is, right? Even have vision on Garen, right? So what is Garen gonna do? Garen's gonna clear this and then go straight to Rift, right? So when we do Raptors, we have opportunity to contest the Rift if we're a bit stronger. Maybe we don't die, maybe we have item by now. Or we can do golems, reset, look for play bottom. But here is just it's a little bit too forced. We know there's a ward there. Go over. It's a nice execution in the sense of landing your spells on Lux, hitting a W. I feel like it could have been done, it just could have been done a lot better. You gotta take it a little bit more slow and let Zillion slow first, right? We don't want to force him to chase. We don't want him to just run at him because as soon as Zillion starts running, enemy knows that he's playing differently, so we should play differently too. Maybe at this elo they don't realize. Maybe at the lower elo they don't realize, so they just keep playing aggressively. That's why people bait, right? Because at higher elos they get trapped into the idea of, oh, this guy's playing a little bit too loose, so we can play more aggressively. But like when it's like this, like why is Zillion all of a sudden just playing up, and then 5 seconds later, 1 second later, TALIYAH's here. It's like, oh, it makes perfect sense, right? It's only playing up because the jungler's here. So it's a little bit too telegraphed the way you're playing the gank. The path is, I consider the path kind of incorrect. He's on Rift right now, right? So given the Rift for the failed gank, so it's like it's not worth it, right? Take the mid Mia and then hit the turret. Never want to take free damage, especially on the turret. Okay, good. Don't go up here. We either clear Raptors or clear your own jungle here, right? Like, what are we doing here? This is so greedy. Like, what if, what if there's a ward here and now there's gonna be two of them here? Way too greedy by you. You could have cleared like 2.5 camps by the time you cleared one camp. Execution by you, right? I've been here. I've been here, done that with TALIYAH, yo. But yeah, you can't make a mistake like this. This is probably like the game right here, right? Probably just stop the replay here and be like, okay, you literally just can't do this, right? This is that base, bro. Force engagements when your carries are base. This is not good play. It's like it makes sense why the enemies gain so much gold when you die, right? Because you're doing these plays where you're losing so much gold, so much gold. It's like compounding mistakes, right? This is what this ELO is. This ELO is compounding mistakes. Yeah. What's the next play here, right? Bot lane just died. Blue's about to spawn. This is push this guy in. This guy's kind of half HP. Okay, they're fighting, so might as well go there. Now go here and shove mid in and try to get that bounty on the turret, right? He can't be up here by himself because if the jungler comes, it's no good, right? So here is a perfect opportunity just to hard press this turret and get the bounty gold from it. Because the enemy support is not gonna roam up. They're not good enough at the skill load. The enemy top lane is not gonna roam down. They're not good enough. The jungler is gonna show up. He's only Garen and he's by himself. So you can poke him down from a distance while trying to auto attack. If it doesn't work, it's all good. But you need to be trying to play for these. And then you go clear, right? And then finish off the ground. Maybe there wasn't enough time. You kind of need to be looking, and I think you were for the most part. That's just a moneymaker with the Lear right there. Moneymaker combo. Okay, you need a base for items. Okay, you want to use your auto attack to get this turret gold, and you need it back for items. It's so greedy by you. If he dies, it's not worth. Yeah, I would like it that you have your boots finished by now, but back for a full item, so that's pretty nice. Build is fine. Could have been there, but it's all good. Okay, play for Rift here. I'm dead. I'd ping the Rift. execution. You could have killed this guy big time, but I would go Rift. But Drake is good too. The longer we wait to make a play, the more opportunity we have for them to make a play on us. We just killed Zed, right? Like, commit to something. We're never gonna push this turret. Because either we play for Rift or we need to just ping Rift and immediately go as 4. And then when they contest us, we kill them. Six items on, yes. We really should have just played for. They read your play. They knew that you guys were gonna drone to the straight to the Drake, so they waited in the bush. Just kind of like a lack of leadership. We just kind of waited a little bit too long in the middle. Being able to read these spots better and just make the better decision by pinging. Open with Q. You gotta open with Q here, not W. Never open with W. No, it's not never open with W. It's just when you open with W, you have to be almost guaranteed 99% chance that you're gonna be hitting it, right? So opening with Q, it's just way more smarter, right? Just even if it means you're not hitting them, you're putting a little bit of work ground, right? So your next big the next big Q might hit them, and if it does hit them, it's splash damage, right? Like kind of work. You have to work the ground here a little bit, right? Really good, but we're just ignoring enemies right beside us, right? It's not here. So it's just a matter of acknowledging that our teammate is going straight top. He's like, okay, I just respond. Probably on Spotify right now, changing his music. Just took a bong toke, whatever. You have to be able to recognize that he's needs to be in this area here because we're gonna fight for Drake, right? This is just another big spot, right? Like I literally didn't even realize that Nar is here, right? And like if players at ELO do this, you need to spam ping them, even type to them, please come to Drake, we can win the game here, right? The only reason we're losing this here is because we're getting outnumbered and our carries are getting killed by their carries while our top lane is farming golems, right? So it's either you being able to say this is not safe. Now I need to give up this Drake. Because it sucks. We just lost. We didn't even lose Rift. They didn't even take Rift. So it's like you have options here, right? Just back up. Tell your teammates to come. If Nar doesn't come, you just have to type give Drake and then try to go for a different play on the map, right? It's getting worked out here. It's up really bad. Yeah, it's because we all died, right? We all died, respawned, just like sprinted here, right? So now it's just like we're really in a bad spot right now. Yeah, I'm liking this. Really good by you. Masterful play, masterful play. Lux no flash. Need it back for mana. Or go into the jungle. Take out boots now. It's pretty much good. Nar's out of position. We just need to push Baron here. Or shove sides. Shove waves. Yeah, it's because Nar's trolling a little bit. Oh, you can never walk into that. If you go into the center, you get the home guard bonus. Makes you increase movement speed and increase HP regeneration, mana regeneration. MP. Good. That was crazy. You pressed R and then he thought, okay, Nar's still not here, man. It's so sick. It's just so unsafe. We can't be here. This is kind of the issue with TALIYAH, where it's like, how the fuck do we open here? Our comp, like we have no one to front line, right? And our front line's nowhere to be seen. This is what you need to do, like put it without vision. You need to get Zillion on your side here, get him on your side here, and then walk down here. Establish an area in this radius as your area. This is where your team's gonna fight, right? We're gonna fight right here. And fighting anywhere else is gonna result us losing. Because if we try to step into any of these bushes, they're gonna be waiting in there and they're gonna kill us. Fight in the corridor here, Yoni's gonna ultimate, Zed's gonna flank, they're gonna kill us. We can step on this brush here, Lux is gonna Q, and they're gonna kill us. We're most likely not gonna be in this bush, but we need this warded as soon as possible. We need an eye here for sure. But that's the most safest spot to fight. Walk down here, get Zillion on your side, and then start laying down some pokes, and maybe try to check these brushes the correct way without getting caught. And then going up here is not the move because now your teammates are like, okay, boom, I'm dead. By going down here, Zed's focus is now on you. He's not focusing on waiting on the bush, waiting for the next prey, right? So this is just movement that is hard to understand and hard to play out correctly. And it's the only reason you have to play it out this perfectly is because this guy. Golden Fate decides it. I'm not fighting for any more Drakes this game. I'm just gonna split. But you have to adjust or else you won't be able to win, right? So something to think about. Just skipping ahead here, skipping ahead here. We just gotta hold, right? Clear waves and hold, clear waves and hold. Oh my goodness. I mean, Zillion didn't even ultimate there, so I can't say much about that. This game's falling apart. I think there's a lot of things that you could have done earlier that just puts you in the lead, right? Yeah, your early game pathing needs to be worked on. You need to have a better understanding about pathing, and like weighing out your options on if it's worth gold or not. Shouldn't you definitely don't need to flash there. I'm just gonna just skip ahead, watch the end of this. They have yeah, this game is pretty tough game. Nar needs to play his role, but he doesn't know how. And then here we're just never supposed to be here. It's always just defending. We have to give up Baron as well. But yeah, when they're doing Baron, you just have to shove out the sides while they're doing Baron, and then when they get Baron, they have to go to the sides to start pushing. And if they only have mid pushed in, then you guys could try to potentially clear with the Ziggs, Talia, and Zillion abilities. So we give up this and just clear here, right? And if they really don't clear these sides, then these sides will potentially even take in hit at late game because that's the way it goes. Buy elixir here. Yeah, buy elixir here. Up game for sure. All about early game though. Hopefully my advice helped and good luck on the rift.